now it's time for Lefties Losing It. And a reminder, you don't hate the leftist media enough. You think you do, but then they go and pull something like this. Here is ABC deliberately and deceptively editing a clip that turns Kamala Harris from weak and incoherent to strong and decisive. Watch the original clip that they posted that was widely mocked, followed by the version that went to air on Monday night. See if you can spot the not-so-subtle difference.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
Well, Bill, the work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in that region by Israel that were very much prompted by or a result of many things, including our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
We are not going to stop pursuing what is necessary for the United States to be clear about where we stand on the need for this war to end.
That second part wasn't even in the first answer. Where did they find that? Goodness me. Now, soon I'll be bringing.
Hey folks, Dave Corm, your host here on The Truth is Simple. Or actually, it's the simple truth. Not the truth is simple. The simple truth. Wow, word salad, right? Not only a word salad, but did you see, she said it was ABC, this is Sky News, out of Australia. Can you see foreign countries making fun of our potential president of the United States, our current vice president? Kind of goofy, right? Why would you want Kamala Harris to be your president? I don't get it. If you're voting for her because she's just a female and she's African, no, she's not African. She's black, but she's not African. I guess, not, well, maybe not, maybe so. I don't know, African American. Her dad, I guess, from Jamaica had roots in Africa, so therefore she's African American. Her other half is from India. So whether you consider people from India black or not, I guess that's up to debate. They are darker skin color, but anyway, we're going to leave that alone because we're not touching that. But can you see, she's the moderator for Sky News was talking about ABC. This is actually CBS 60 Minutes. I used to watch 60 Minutes every weekend, maybe from the mid-'70s when there was Dan Rather was there. I think he might have been one of the first, if not the first, to do 60 Minutes. Way back in the day till today. I haven't watched 60 Minutes probably for 20 years. And that's exactly why I don't watch it. It's not real. It's not a news company anymore. CBS is not a news company. They talked about possibly finding and or taking CBS's license away. I would take it away. Or I would fine them heavily for modifying and changing basically what you just saw. It's ridiculous. It's propaganda, folks. If you can't see that as propaganda and you're on the left, I don't know what to tell you. I just don't. You're just lost to the world in reality. You know, you need to get off the bandwagon and see what's happening in front of your face. Lie to me once, shame on you. Lie to me twice, shame on me. They're lying to you like crazy. Let's take a look at the same Sky News, and we're going to give me a chance to fast forward here to basically the View. There's a View section in on the end of this. You know what? Maybe I'm going to do Keith Olbermann here real quick. So the Democrats are always talking about freedom of speech and all that. Well, let's see what Keith Olbermann has to say about Elon Musk, who I believe is actually, he was born in South Africa, migrated at a very young age into Canada. Then I think he moved to the United States. I think he's a U.S. citizen. I could be wrong, but I think I read somewhere that he is a U.S. citizen. Let's see what Keith Olbermann wants to do to a U.S. citizen.
To deport US citizen Elon Musk. Yeah, this is really sane and normal.
Time to cancel all the contracts and reassess his immigration status and hopefully deport him the hell out of the country. And if we can't do that by conventional means, President Biden, you have presidential immunity. Get Elon Musk the out of our country and do it now.
Now to a male teacher who is upset that.
Can you believe that? That is Keith Olbermann. So much for the left's freedom of speech, believing in the foundations of America, the Constitution, destroying our democracy, right? All right. So much for all of that. Let's look real quick. I'm going to fast forward here on the same news channel from Sky News, and we're going to jump to The View real quick. Let me make sure. There we go. Let's back up just a tad bit. I think right about there is where I want to start. All right, so here's Sky News again talking about The View. This was, I think, last Monday or Sunday was a 60 Minutes event, and then they made an edit, and then I think she hit like 3 places all in one day. It was a 60 Minutes event. Then they hit The View, and then I think they went to Colbert. There's also a follow-up on Colbert. I didn't get that video yet. Might show you later. But let's listen to The View, how they're massaging Kamala Harris, how perfect and wonderful she is. But in the eyes of the world, Sky News, Australia, this is what they're showing all over the world, folks. This is your future possible leader of your country, representing all of us, not just Democrats, not just independents, not just Republicans, all of us. This is her. This is what we're going to put in the office. Are you kidding me? Well, here we go. Let's listen to this real quick.
The introduction by Whoopi. Get your buckets ready. She laid it on thick.
Please welcome back the next president of the United States.
Oh my God, so exciting. And you thought that was bad. Watch the post-interview reaction from Whoopi. She looks like she needs a cigarette.
Well, I'm just basking in the light. You know, it's pretty remarkable.
She's basking in the light. I'm just happy to see them happy because they're often joyless, including Joy Behar, proving yet again that she exists in some sad echo chamber on a parallel universe. Listen to this. She thinks the only reason someone would vote for Donald Trump is if they get bad information from other channels. And watch Kamala Harris nod along to this.
People are saying this could be the closest election in a century.
Yeah.
I personally cannot understand why anyone would vote for him. A lot of it is, I think, people are getting bad information from other channels. Mm-hmm. But do you have an explanation for this at all?
Another terrible moment was this bit of gaslighting from the View ladies and Kamala, where they blamed the man who was tough on borders for the Biden-Harris administration's border crisis.
When you were here last, I asked about the border, which remains a top issue to voters. Yeah. And as you rightly pointed out, the former president blocked the strongest border security bill in decades.
Yes, they literally began dismantling every Trump-era policy on the border on day one. And that's why they had record numbers of illegal immigrants coming in. They recorded record numbers every single year of the Biden-Harris administration. And talking about gaslighting, listen to Anna Navarro blame Trump for the Biden-Harris administration's woeful response to Hurricane Helene. Apparently, Trump pointing out the White House's failings is what's really dangerous, not all the folks without food, water, shelter who are not getting the help they need.
What do you think the effect of these lies are, and why is he doing this? Well,
it's profound, and it is the height of irresponsibility and, frankly, callousness.
Yeah.
So lives are literally at stake right now.
We know, Kamala, and just about every person interviewed in that region has spoken about how FEMA has failed them. The worst moment, though, of Kamala's appearance on The View when she spoke the truth. That was the worst moment, because brace yourself, folks. Unlikely that you're going to see this sort of honesty again from her. This is devastating.
Well, if anything, would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years?
There is not a thing that comes to mind in terms of, and I've been a part of most of the decisions that have had impact.
Nothing comes to mind. I thought she was the change candidate. She was going to turn the page.
Wow. Can you believe that? After all of that, she says, I'm going to be the change king. Let's put the past behind and move forward. move forward. Why would she change anything of the past if the last 4 years as vice president, she had input with all of Joe Biden's policies? At least maybe the last word on a lot of these, at least an affirmation. And in fact, the big, what was it, 1.6 trillion or whatever it was, $2.6 trillion bill about rescuing America after COVID, and probably at least 2/3 of that money has never even been used or even been spent at this point, which caused all of our inflation because the government didn't have it anyway. They spent $1.6 trillion more than they took in, I think, something like that this year. Where's she going to get the money from? How's she going to do these things? Oh, I forgot. I'm going to tax the rich, right? Why haven't they taxed the rich since Obama? This has been a campaign promise forever. We're going to tax the rich. We're going to have to go after the gougers, the little farmers that are producing your food, that are going to the stores. We're going to gouge them. They're gougers. We're going to take all their money. They're basically scratching by like the rest of us for a living, right? They have debt, just like all of us. They're financing their equipment and stuff every year so they can still produce foods that will be on our shelf. And she wants to tax everybody. 85,000 IRS agents her and Biden approved to come after the upper class to get their fair share. Where are they going? The middle class. They're attacking the middle class, right? At first there was no tax on tips. Have you heard that? Because Trump came out with that. Now Trump is no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security benefits, and there was no tax on one other thing. Don't remember what that other thing was. Oh, overtime pay. That'll be interesting, right? No tax on overtime. Anyway, I don't know if those will all pass, but maybe the tax on tips might actually get through. And we've already been taxed. The Social Security was a tax on us to pay for our retirement, where there is no money in that account anyway because the federal government spends it all every year. So it's kind of goofy and silly to say that, we're going to continue to tax everybody. I have a segment with Carl Higbie that talks exactly about that part of her goal, which is she wants to tax unreal income. So if your house value increases every year, not necessarily going to do this, they're only talking really about stocks and those types of things, investments, but they want to tax you on if the amount of your investment, your 401k, your IRA, all those increased over a certain number of years, and then all of a sudden it decreases. They want to tax you on that gains before you actually collect it. And then maybe if it sinks the next year and then you actually retire, well, you already paid tax on that money, but we're going to tax you again on top because you're taking it out now. What? Are you crazy? This is never going to end, folks. That's what you're voting for Kamala Harris. If you can't see that, just remember what she said. Elections matter. Elections matter. If you vote for her, in other words, she said, after I'm elected, I can do whatever I want. I don't have to actually go back and talk to anybody. And you know what? If they start attacking me, then with the signature of my pen, the swipe of my pen, I can put you in jail. I can destroy your life, destroy your savings, destroy your job, destroy your reputation, take a house away, make you lose everything. That's Kamala Harris. Folks, you need to wake up. If you're voting for her because she's African American, black, per se, and she's a female, and you want to see that in our presidency, you need to wake up because she's going to destroy everything you have. She does not care about who you are, or what you say, what you do. She does not care. She is a communist. The whole Democratic Party, with the exception of the few that are center in that Democratic Party, are communists. They want to destroy America. They want to destroy the Constitution. They want to destroy your freedom of speech, your freedom of religion, your freedom of press. If there is any press anymore, I'm not even sure it exists in this country. They want to take away your gun rights. If they take away your guns, we're done. We are done. Oh, she loves guns right now. Yeah, I carry my own. I have it in my own. She doesn't have any guns on her. She might know how to shoot. I don't know. I don't really care if she knows how to shoot, or even if she has a gun. But only her and the people that surround her, her Secret Service, and or the FBI or the Department of Justice, which is in her pocket, in the Democrats' pocket, they're going to come after us. You don't think so? You're nuts if you don't think so. You need to wake up. Smell the coffee. Now, with that said, I'm going to end this because I don't want to go all day long, but I'm going to bring Carl Higbie back on the next episode, and we're going to talk just about that. And we're going to use kind of Warren Buffett. Everybody knows who Warren Buffett is, right? This multi-billionaire, third, fourth richest person in the world, right? Who built Berkshire Hathaway from basically nothing. If you had $100 and you invested in 1964, 65, today it'd be worth $2.4 million if you put $100 in, right? Nice. I wish I would have been alive. Well, I was alive, but I was like 2 years old at the time, so I'm not going to put any money in that. But anyway, with that said, we're going to come back with that and see how she's planning to tax us to death. Folks, wake up. You need to smell the coffee before it all ends. If you like her, you don't like Donald Trump, just stay home. Don't vote at all. Don't vote in the mail. Just don't vote. Right? If you don't like him, just don't vote. And then you'll do us all a favor by allowing us who are going to vote for the right way to go, the right thing to do, for all of us, a chance for Donald Trump to get into office. I'm going to talk about that too. On January 5th or 6th, when the new Congress is sworn in, there is an opportunity that they're going to try to push Trump aside based on the insurrection law. Something else we need to talk about real quick here, right? So think about that things. They're preparing themselves. The Democrats will do anything to stay in power. Anything. Do you understand that? Whether it's legal, ethical, moral, it doesn't matter. They do not care. They do not care about you. They don't care about me. They just don't care about anything but power. And if you haven't figured that out yet, shame on you, because you're being lied to. You're being taken advantage of. If you're an LGBT community, you want to stay free. Freedom's under the Republicans. I hate to tell you that. That's where your freedom lies, not in the Democratic Party. They're just going to destroy you. Once they take power, you're going to be one of the first ones they come after. How do I know? Look at Russia. Look at the Soviet Union. Look at China. Look at the Middle Eastern countries. Look at Brazil. Look at what's going on there. Look at Venezuela. Look at North Korea. People, wake up. Wake up. Time is running out quick. We got less than 30 days to the election, but everybody's starting to vote now. If you're a Democrat and you can't vote for Trump, don't vote at all. Throw your ballot in the frickin' trash and just let it go by. A no is still a no. It means you're voting for Trump. Don't vote. I hate to tell you not to use your vote, but if you want to save your lives and you can't vote for Trump, then just don't vote. Do not vote. All right? I know I'm going to probably get beat up for this, but a no vote's a yes vote for Trump. Right? A no vote is a yes vote for Trump if you're a Democrat. Do not vote for Kamala. That person cannot be in charge of this country. She's not going to be running it anyway. Do you think Joe's been running the country for the last 4 years? Let's laugh on that one if you think he's been running the government. He's not been running anything. He's just a figurehead. Do you think she is going to be she's going to be running this country if she becomes president? She is just going to be a figurehead. The guys that are in the background that have been running it through the Biden administration and the Obama administration, there were guys in the background there too, kind of directing Obama, although he might be the top of that list now, in charge of that. The president and the Democrats don't run the government. The president doesn't run it. It's a bunch of people in the background running it. That's all I got to say about that. If you think I'm wrong, you better start investigating and finding out the truth. With that said, we're done for this week. You guys have a great week. We'll see you next time. Take care.